Hi, I'm Sarah Horseworld. I'm going to be doing a fairly short review on the new Gorillaz release, the Now Now. In contrast with the Gorillaz release last year, Humans, I think the Now Now succeeds where Humans didn't. Because Humans, I think, bit off a little bit more than it could chew. Kind of a bloated feature list. Really big album with 26 songs and just kind of a disjointed feel in terms of genre and sound. Not that there weren't some great features on there from Vince Staples, Danny Brown, Kali Uchis, Grace Jones, Pusha T, and many more. It still felt like less Gorillaz, more features. The Now Now only has 3 features, Jamie Principle, Snoop Dogg, and George Benson. And Jamie Principle and Snoop Dogg are on the same track, which is Hollywood. This is my least favorite track, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. The Now Now is also significantly shorter than Humans. Only 11 songs. I don't think that there's any time wasted on these songs. Didn't seem like there was particularly any filler songs that really stood out to me like they shouldn't be there. Humans did feature a strong political theme underlying pretty groovy synth, hip-hop disco sort of feel, which is cool. It also, there was a lot more hype for the 3D band coming back together, a lot more involvement from those members. The Now Now, not so much. Now not so much. At the end of the day, it was a very large album. Ultimately, I think it felt a little like its purpose was lost. It got drowned out amongst the features and maybe just the excitement of bringing the Gorillaz back together, getting them out of their cage. The Now Now stays very rooted in the kind of the same sound that it sets out with, which is a very lush, computer beeps and drones and hints of some strong synth every now and then, like in Trans, which I personally really liked. There's elements of Software Slump era, Grandaddy, elements of current era Tame Impala, which might be a turn off for some, but to me, I found it to be enjoyable to listen to. The tracks that I liked the least, Hollywood was probably the number one track I liked the least, not because I thought it was bad per se. Snoop Dogg is maybe a bewildering feature, not that he's irrelevant or lost his touch or charm or anything, but he was a feature on Corey Feldman as well. I guess it's not that hard to get him on track these days. Hollywood as well gives me a very strong, pleasant reminder of Here from Tim and Eric. So people, clap your hands. Clap your hands. While I wasn't huge on Hollywood, didn't mean I didn't like it. But there were some songs that I thought were really decent on this album. I will say none of them particularly stood out to me or really latched their hooks in my brains. That's fine. Half of the Now Now really strongly reminded me of current era Tame Impala, like maybe just a bit synthier, but still the vocals, that kind of funk mixed with like that dreamy alt pop that everyone's really into. The latter half of the album sounds a little similar to Arctic Monkeys mixed with Grandaddy. Wouldn't say Arctic Monkeys are a huge personal favorite, but that shouldn't factor into how I feel about the album, and I do know that it would make sense if there was some Arctic Monkeys influence because one of the producers who worked with Damon Albarn also worked with Arctic Monkeys recently. However you feel about it, it's however you feel about it. I like that the Gorillaz were, this album for the Gorillaz did stay consistent with some of their earlier releases, like Plastic Beach, which is a great album. The biggest failure for the Now Now is just that it doesn't establish any new sound, whether within the world of the Gorillaz or within the world of contemporary alt pop at large. Indie, disco, computer synths, whatever. I've said it a million times. these are all sounds that are very much on the forefront of what's popular right now. We've got, like, you know, Rex Orange County, Tame Impala, Timples, Mac DeMarco.
Don't make one.
I'm hoping to learn and get better opinions as I start doing more of these. But yeah, I'm going to stick with it. Another thing that I got to stick by was going to be my rating for this album, which I had the little mice in my brain. I'll total it up, and I said 6 out of 10. And then I ended up watching Anthony Fantano's review of this, after even filming like 4 versions of this video. Snoop Dogg, Corey Feldman, Snoop Dogg's virtual advisor, Zug, who also is an advisor to Mark Cuban, businessman on the show Shark Tooth. I feel like a lot of my smarts have been taken away from me as I age. Horse training videos. Important news. Snoop Dogg and Corey Feldman. How do you feel about that? Where I had announced my review score, my ultimate score. Typically really don't like to see other people's ideas or reviews before I come up with my own consensus, because clearly it might add bias. Glad that I saw it so that I knew not to wear the Sun shirt. That would have been pretty bad. But also, I think that to have any sort of integrity or strong resolve as a music reviewer, I gotta stand by that 6 out of 10. In the future, maybe I just won't wear any shirts that Anthony Fantano also coincidentally might own. In the future, I want him to text me. I want us to have a direct text line so we can text each other before our videos, so that it just doesn't look embarrassing for me. I think he would get away with it just fine. I think he would get away with wearing the same shirt that I wore, but, you know, I don't have that kind of traction at all. Don't need to either. I'm the peasant of music reviewing, perhaps. That's an ambitious title, though, because I've only done 2. Anyway, I hope that's what I end up doing. If you like this review, please tell me so I can go to sleep better a little bit at night. If you didn't like this review, keep it to yourself, bud. You can follow me on Instagram at Sarah Horseworld or on Twitter at 3D Horsewife. I hope to be making new videos regularly as opposed to once every year. Thank you for watching. I have to go to my underwater basket weaving class for alt girls now.